Yo, Shiro Tsume desu. We're doing something a little different today. We're gonna play some City Skylines in some pre-recorded mode. Because I want to play this game, and, well, it has an awful lot of downtime, so we're gonna do it in videos. It's a little different than normal. But brand new map here. I've played on this map in the past, so I have some knowledge of what goes on. Lightly modded, just some quality of life things, and the 81 tiles to start with, just so we can get all the tiles unlocked. There's a bit of bugs with that recently, so I just bought all the tiles in order to avoid any potential issues in the future. So yeah, we're gonna build a brand new city, so let's get to it. First of all, this is gonna be our new city plot, so let's clean up this old stuff. There we go, nice and cleaned up. I kind of like this little arm here. I think that's where we're gonna put, let's see about some power. We're gonna need some power. Windmills are kind of expensive for what they give. Yeah, it needs an awful lot of wind turbines early on to get any real power. So I think we're gonna start with a nice, easy to place. It is on a road. What do you mean not on a road? There you go. So there we go. Nice, easy to place coal plant. Get us going. Let's get some water. We do want to not pollute as much as we can get away with. That's going to be a little difficult in the early game, just due to how the game works. But we're going to make use of this very noisy roundabout to take care of this noise problem. And then, let's see, let's turn off all the guidelines so we can properly get these water pipes onto the roads where they belong. Bam. Okay, so we've got water, that needs power, so let's get some very basic power lines over to our water. Boom, perfect. That's power connected. We've got water over to the area. Now let's get us some actual building space. So early on, we don't need a whole lot in order to get ourselves built out. We just need an awful lot of residential. So that's going to be kind of our northern arm. That will eventually become a shopping area. I want like commercial and then more housing up through here. We're going to put our industrial over on this side of the road, or maybe even up here on this side of this interchange, just to get it separated away from our living area. We want industry away. So for now, we're going to start building down here, actually, to separate us from that coal plant just a little bit. So we're going to start with the freeform tool, and then can I get a topography view? I think we might be a little early in the game for that. Up here, so yes. Or I don't remember where that button is because I haven't played in a long time. That's okay, we'll make it work with some camera angles. I'll come out right about here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just follow this cliff face. Go, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this road straight out. Oh, we need to turn snapping back on. I'm gonna bring that out to here. Grab our freeform again. And then we're just going to go ahead and bring it right. Can I get a 90 off of that? No? You're gonna be difficult? Okay, fine. We'll go ahead and bring this directly 90 off. And then into this. There we go. So we have a nice perimeter road wrapping this whole area, giving us 2 main exit points, and I do want another one kind of in the middle. So if I can get one 90 off here, and then I'm just gonna say I want that to come in somewhere around here. That'll work. Another 90. major sections. In fact, this seems awfully large to not have a connection. But I think it'll be okay, because this is kind of sectioned off. It does seem really large, this area. But I think it'll be okay. It'll be mostly housing. So, we will go from there. Now let's get some roads connecting inside here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to run a frontage road along what will become the arterial. And that'll give us our connection point. And I realize I have a mod that I would love right now. I don't have a mod, I mean, that would let me do some fancy things with that. But for now, that'll be fine. We're going to have low density anyways, so it should be just fine. Couple of irregular blocks, give it some texture. This then becomes also a collector. So it's two collectors. Another major collector over here. And we've got this big open space in the middle. And now we need power. Because we're not going to zone that side. And we will eventually block it off entirely with a fence when I unlock them. Now let's get some water down here. We'll go ahead and turn off all of our guidelines. Giving us a nice system. Beautiful. So there we go. We've got our first neighborhood. We've got power connected. So let us zone out our neighborhood. Alright, so that's a couple pockets of commercial mixed into our residential, little corner stores here and there. A bit of a busy main intersection here in the center, off the main collectors and arterial. This is basically going to become no zoning through here, as we want this to be basically a very fast road that people use to get from place to place. The collectors can have a little bit, oh, this guy missed a little bit. We also don't want too much on the collectors in terms of housing. Now, there would be some desire for housing along this edge. So we will give it to them. Eventually, we will upscale that to high density along the backside of this collector, facing out, as that would be a desirable place to put some high rises to look out off into the horizon. That would be an amazing view that you could sell quite a few apartments with some balconies at. And then we need some industry to help fund all of this and supply it. So for now, we don't have a ton of demand, so we'll just go ahead and connect that up with that. And in fact, that should fix some of our power problem. Well, you know what, we'll leave it that way, just in case it doesn't spread fast enough. And then that should be everything, so let's unpause and let it build. Oh, you know, I forgot something very important. We forgot sewage. Okay, water drain pipe. That'll be the cheapest and easiest solution. We'll just go ahead and try to find a place where I can strap that in. That will work. Let's get some water pipes over here, and then we'll just go ahead and leave that over there for now. And then that's gonna need some power. So let's go ahead and run some power. Okay, rudimentary fix, but it works. Back to watching the city grow. And there we go! Hey, we got our first people finally arriving. Driving down our dirt road. You can see more cars off in the distance. They are finally moving in. Game really wants to teach me about things. This is a fresh map, so it's going to give me lots of pop-ups for the first little bit until I've seen everything. Interesting parking if you live here, but, you know, I guess. There we go. We have a nice little village popping up. Our industry is a-pumping, and yeah, we're starting to sprout. We're getting some traffic in. Go ahead and speed this back up and see what we need to do. And there we go. We are now a little hamlet, which means we can play with the taxes and loans and more services. So we're gonna go ahead and slow down. In fact, we're just gonna run in slow speed for a little bit, and we're gonna take a look at our budget because we need to mess with the taxes just a little bit. So we're gonna up that to, I think, 11%, and they will still be happy, and we will make quite a bit more money. That should help. They'll be happy paying that, and we will make a bit more, which will help us fund all of the things we're going to need as our city continues to expand. Now, we need schools if we want to actually see any sort of development, and I'm pretty sure, use this as a measurement. That eats that entire block and overlaps. Well, I guess they are the same size. Yeah, okay. Both schools are about the same size, so nothing major there. We're gonna put this just off of one of the main roads. Or maybe we do put it on a main thoroughfare. I kind of want it a little off of the main through roads. Although it should be fine. It's a school, not really a major service. Grand scheme. So we're going to go ahead and put the school there. And then we're going to need a hospital or a medical clinic. Is one of these bigger than the other? Yeah, one is definitely bigger. Okay. Can I get this on this road without taking... No, I have to take this house out? That's annoying. But I don't want it to face directly onto the main road here, as it will spawn vehicles. I like that this didn't bother to put cement under it. That's beautiful. It's just parking in the grass. Oh, good. It just looks a little funny. Maybe we'll come back and we might fix that at some point. That seems a little odd that it didn't add any of the underneath it bits. That's just funny. Maybe we'll try the other assets. Maybe those are a little better at this. Or we'll just pretend that's not a problem. We could just pretend that's not a problem. That is an option. And then we also need to get rid of garbage. So let us get a recycling center, because those are much more environmentally friendly. And that should be enough, at least for our small town, to keep up. There we go, garbage truck's going out. We're now taking care of the trash, we've got schools, and we've got healthcare. So our people should be very happy living here. And we currently have a very high demand for more commercial. So, let's find some places to fit in some commercial. goal here is to basically start making profit so we can start upgrading these roads. So currently we're just slowly swapping things out, trying to meet demands in order to potentially get things running, get a profit going that we can then start upgrading roads. Because once we start upgrading roads and expanding, we should be on a nice snowball effect. And the name for this city is not final. I just put in a nice name. If you have any ideas for names for neighborhoods or the city or anything like that, maybe a building that we put down, some sort of essential service or a park, please do drop a comment below and I'll take a look. And if I like any, we may use them in the city somewhere. Hey, we are making a profit. All right, we have grown to the point where we are making more than we're spending, which is a good sign. Our demand for commercial is slowly dropping. I kind of like that there's a little bit of demand all the time for that, because it then allows me to just sprinkle it in, means our industry is producing more goods than we are consuming by the people, meaning they can sell their stuff outside the city, which means more money. They actually need more workers. Yes, I know about the inland water. Please leave me alone about it, game. So, let's get us some upgrades going. First of all, let's get the most basic of the upgrades. Let's get to a normal road. There we go. So now our actual living area is nice and paved. Our people should enjoy that. Nice smooth roads all the way down. Although it does switch road type halfway. Now, the question is, what is that road compared to this one? What is this? Do I not have that either? I may not have that either. Okay, well I need the picker mod, that's for sure. We'll pick that up along with a couple other things that I seem to be missing in future episodes. Just go ahead and add that stuff in as I think of what we need. This is functional. They don't need to be above dirt roads. So let's start expanding, shall we? Oh, Worthy Village. Excellent. I was doing something, game. So we've got water in all of this area. Let's get some more commercial along this edge, because this is going to become a very busy corridor. And then we will do some more. In fact, we're going to have some. Well, that's going to be way too valuable of housing locations to give up, so we will house all of that. A bunch through here. Alright, now we'll just go ahead and let that build up and see what we get from that. Alright, as we're starting to get a little bit of money here, let's take a look at what we have. So this is cost me $12,000 to place for the firehouse. I think more importantly, we need a police station, because our people are kind of desperately crying for one. So we're gonna place one. Try to get this a little central, but off the main road. Try to get a little bit closer to the. Yeah, we're gonna put it. You know, yeah, just off a main connection, I think. So, and we also need a firehouse, but we're a little broke at the moment, so we'll just go ahead and speed that up, see if I can make the money. Oh, tiny town, look at that. Gives us some landscaping. Oh, and a bunch of money up front, so let's get a firehouse going, right next to the police station. That'll help. And now we also have something I was looking for earlier in fences. So what we're going to do is we're gonna grab this fence, one of my favorite ones to have. We're just going to run this thing right up along this road. So those got a little bit more room to grow because they don't have to worry about the back end. And we're also going to go ahead and do this, because now we are passing power through the buildings. So there's no need for that anymore, because now the whole thing is connected. Brilliant. Let's double check zoning. Everybody's good here. The zoning is good. Oh, just a little bit of zoning in there. That could be a little bigger in theory. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good. We got a good amount of commercial springing up. Still pretty high demand for commercial. You know what we might do? I try to avoid them when I can, but a cul-de-sac or two may not be a terrible idea. Although, that being said, I'm not going to get a whole lot out of it, will I, if I utilize that one. We'll just let them have a big area. That's fine. Same for here. And here. Like, we could maybe fit a park in there. Ooh, lightning. Yeah, we're starting to grow. Now, one thing I am worried about is education. So we have a good capacity, but we don't have great coverage. So maybe we grab this other one, and we see about placing it over here. Maybe on this one. There we go. That should help with our education coverage. It's not perfect, but we have a huge capacity, so it should kind of solve a lot of the problems. Now, it's going to complain about power. But that should alleviate when buildings build up, which honestly we could use more commercial and industry than housing right now. So let's work on an actual industry area so we can get away from the overlap we currently have. So what I'm thinking is we utilize this space because we can use this roundabout to branch off and then maybe do some sort of overpass maneuver to get them back onto. So they come in on this side. So everybody is going to wrap around. And then if they want to leave, they'll go this way. So we're going to basically put all of our industrial traffic over here. Let's grab this. It's going to come out just a little bit so I can go into Traffic Manager and make sure that all of that is set up properly. And it is now. Fantastic. Okay. So we have a properly set up roundabout so people won't get hung up on that. Now, one of the most important things we need to do is set up an area to move our power plant to. So let's get this road out a little bit more. Up a block. So, and now let's grab our power plant and see about moving that. That's one of our most important buildings. How much would that cost me? 3,000? That's not terrible. There we go. Now it's off the main road, and power is still connected by way of all of this. Go ahead and do that. Problem solved. Go. And then we'll leave this side open for power plants, this side for trash, and that should kind of take care of itself. Boomtown! Excellent. We are blazing through these first couple of layers. I really like it. We're just gonna erase all of the zoning over here. Beautiful. Alright. There's now no more industrial over in this part of town. The only thing still over here is this. There we go. That didn't quite end where I thought it would. I thought I was. Try it again. Beautiful. Trying to avoid the dead-end water pipes, but at the end of the day, as long as it's functional, it works. Now, one thing to worry about is this water is now pretty close to our potential pollution. It's getting a little close to our... Yeah, that could be bad. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to move this somewhere a little bit different. We're going to actually move this over to here. And we're going to go ahead and run some power up to it. Like so. Disconnect these two. In favor of this. that's all connected now. And then we need to run some water pipe up to there. Beautiful. Alright, water is now continuously clean. So there goes our dirty water problem. Yeah, people were getting sick because of the water, but we solved that problem. Because we moved industry over here, so it's going to start causing a bit of a problem with the pollution, but we moved our water pipes away, so it should take care of itself. Now, we do need more commercial, as there's quite the demand for it. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to zone this entire former industry area back here, at least on this side, along this road, I mean, as commercial. Because this is a main road out onto the... This is a main collector out to the arterial. So very high traffic road, especially as we start to expand this way. More and more traffic will want to come through this area. And now that the pollution will slowly reduce, we can start adding more housing. Go, and we've already redeveloped one area into another. So, there we go. The pollution will kind of take care of itself over time. Our demand for commercial is very high, but that's really a good thing. That means there's enough people in the city to keep the goods produced above the goods consumed. There's a bit of crime over here, which is kind of to be expected since it's so far away from most of the major city services. So we'll go ahead and give them a police station, and how about a firehouse? Let's put that right across the street. Sorry about your businesses you just built. So we definitely need cops and fire out here in the industrial sector to help regulate things. And there we go. We've got a nice roundabout feeding our city. Industry is off to the side. It's currently one giant cul-de-sac, so we do need to fix that. That's not preferred. In fact, they should have their own highway access that I'm thinking will come off of here. So they'll actually have two direct routes directly into the highway. And then we'll give them another connection into the city somewhere, just to give them a bit more variety. Because I think they're going to come down to about here. And fill out this whole area. That'll be all industry. As we expand, now we have a power problem. Are we just not making enough power? We are not making enough power already. Alright. Yeah. Oh, we have enough for death care? We need death care already. Okay. Well, we can't afford... Or we don't have crematoriums yet, so let's get a cemetery up. There we go. Cemetery. Everybody's favorite. That'll at least deal with the death care problem before we have a serious problem. Now, we do need power. So there's a possibility I end up just taking out a loan to buy another coal power plant if we can't get the power in time. Or we can't get the money in time. That being said, we are making quite a bit of money, so as long as they can hold out just a little bit longer, we should be able to drop another coal power plant. Okay, we have enough for a coal power plant, so let's get that right here. That deals with the water problem, or the power problem. Now, we don't have enough water. Thankfully, that's a whole lot cheaper, so that shouldn't take but a minute. Yep, there goes power. Power's going back up. People are upgrading because of the other services. Now, let's get another water tower. We'll go ahead and put that over... we can stick that right here. And connect that up. Beautiful. We need to get a better source of water at some point. But for now, those two water towers seem to be doing the trick. So that'll solve our water problem throughout the city. We've already solved our power problem. Now, they are complaining about citizens are sick. You probably don't have enough medical care for... Well, we haven't... Yeah, we need another hospital. We need a lot of money. Alright, well, we need a lot of money, and we have a lot of upgrading to do. But for our first episode, I think that went pretty well. So I think I'm going to take a break there, and we will continue this in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.